Now, our motto. First of all, read the question. Imagine that a switch S is turned on. They calculate again the current in the different branches. So first, B and A and B part are already done in previous lecture. So we have focus on if switch is closed. So first of all, make the circuit. This one, that is 10 ohm. This is 5 ohm. Circuit like closed, circuit like that one, and that is plus minus 5 volt, and that is 10 ohm, and that is 10 ohm. Clear or not? That is 5 ohm, and this one is how much? 5 ohm, and that is 10 ohm, and that is 10 volt, and that is 5 volt. Clear or not? For simplicity point of view, we have considered V1, here V2, and that is ductum node, that is 0 voltage, and that is V3. Okay. Now here take current I1. Okay. Here I2, here I3, here I4, here I5, here I6, and here I7. Clear or not? If you see very carefully, like that one. Apply KCL at node V1, V2, and V3. So you can say that apply KCL at node V1, V2, and V3. Clear or not? V1, apply KCL at node V1. So I1 plus I2 plus I3, this is equal to 0. I1 basically written as V1 minus 10 divided by how much? 10, 10 ohm. Okay. What about I2? I don't know. What about I3? I3 is how much? That is V1 minus V2 divided by 5 ohm. That is 0. Clear or not? Okay. Now, that is equation number 1. Now, apply KCL at node V2. That is I2, incoming current I2, outgoing current I5, I4, I5, and I6. I2 is written as V1 minus V2 divided by 5. I4 is written as V2 minus 0 divided by how much? 5. I5 written as V2 minus V3 divided by how much? 10. And V2 minus V3 divided by 10. Clear or not? Okay. And what about V3? If you see very carefully, minus here plus, and that is 5 volt, and that is 0, and that is V3. This one written simply minus plus, that is 5 volt, here plus minus, that is V3, here 0 volt. Apply KVL in this loop, so minus V3 minus 5 is equal to 0, so V3 is written as minus 5 volt. This value put in equation number 2. Then we got V1 minus V2 divided by 5. This will be equal to, what about V2? I don't know. So V2 divided by 5. V2 plus 5 divided by 10. Here V2 plus 5 divided by 10. Clear or not? Okay. So if you multiply by 10 in both sides, then we got 2V1 minus 2V2. This will be equal to 2V2 plus 2V2 plus 10. Okay. Now 2V1 minus 6V2. This will be equal to 10. So V1 minus 3V2. This will be equal to 5. Equation number 2. Equation number 2. Okay. Clear or not? So if V1 and V2 put are if you solve equation number 1 also, okay, equation number 1 from V1 minus V2 divided by 5, this will be equal to V2 divided by 5, V3 put V3 is equal to minus 5, so V2 plus 5 divided by how much? 10. V2 plus 5 divided by 10. Okay. Now if multiply by both sides, oh, that is equation number, oh shit, equation number 1 is different. Number 1 is different. Okay. If you put V1 minus V2, I2, I don't know what about I2. Okay. If you see very carefully, V1 and V1 also 0 voltage. V1 is also 0 volt. Why? Because of that node and that node. In between these two, no any source voltage or source current connected and any resistance are connected. So V1 barabar 0. So what about V2? So finally V2 is minus 5 by 3 volt. Clear or not? So V1, V2 put in equation number 1. That is V1 minus 10 divided by how much? 5. 5. Okay. Sorry. V1 minus 10 divided by 10. That is 10. That is 10. This will equal to, not equal to, plus I2. I2 plus V1 minus V2 divided by 5. This will equal to 0. Clear or not? Now put here V1, V2. V1 is 0. So minus 10 divided by 10 plus I2. 0 minus 5 by 3 divided by 5. This will equal to 0. So that one is minus 1 minus I2 minus 1 by 3. This will equal to 0. So I2 is 4 by 3 ampere. 4 by 3 ampere. I2 is plus 4 by 3 ampere. Clear or not? I, I2 is plus 4 by 3 ampere. Clear? So now what about that current is called? Clear or not? So we got I2. Now what about I1? I1 is V1 minus 10 divided by 10. So 0 minus 10 divided by 10, that is minus 1 ampere. I2 4 by 3. And what about I3? I3 I3 is equal to V1 minus V2 divided by 5. V1 minus V2 divided by 5. Now put 0 minus V2. V2 is minus 5 by 3 divided by 5. So we got 1 by 3 ampere. What about I3? Sorry, this is I3. What about I4? I4 is how much? V2 minus 0 divided by 5. I4 is V2 minus 0 divided by 5. So what about V2? V2 is basically how much? Minus 5 by 3 divided by 5. So we got minus 1 by 3 ampere. And what about I5? I5 is V2 minus V3. V2 minus V3 divided by how much? 10. Okay. V2 is minus 5 by 3 and V3 is that is minus 5. So that is plus 5 divided by 10. Okay. Now after that, if you take minus common, so 1 by minus 1 by 3 plus 1 divided by 10. We got 3 minus 1, that is 2 by 3 into 2. Okay. That is, we got 1 by 3 ampere. Clear or not? That is I5. Okay. No. Now, what about I6? I6 is also written as I6 also V2 minus V3 divided by 10. So it is also written as 1 by 3 ampere. Clear? Clear or not? So after that, what about I7? I7 is basically I5 plus I6, this is equal to I7. I7 is I5 plus I6. I5 and I6 are same, so this value put here 1 by 3 plus 1 by 3, that is finally 2 by 3 ampere. Clear or not? I7 is like that one. So you can say that I1 is minus 1 ampere, I2 is how much? 1 by 3 ampere, I3 is how much? What about I3? Sorry, I3 is 1 by 3 ampere and I2 is 4 by 3. I3 is 1 by 3 ampere and I4 is 4 by 3. I4 is 4 by, sorry, I2 is 4 by 3 ampere. What about I4? I4 is minus 1 by 3 ampere. And what about I5? I5 is 1 by 3 ampere and I6 is 1 by 3 ampere and I7, that is 2 by 3 ampere, that is ANS. If ain't out, then check it. How can, okay, look here. In any node, I3 this will equal to I4 plus I5 plus I6. I3 this will equal to, check here, I3 this will equal to I4 plus I5 plus I6. If I3 this will equal to I4 plus I5 plus I6, I4 plus I plus I6. Okay, I3 is basically 1 by 3. Now, what about I4? Minus 1 by 3. I5 1 by 3, 1 by 3. It means we are going on right direction. Clear or not? So final answer, make it. If ain't out, then comment it. I will discuss again. Okay, care very carefully. Okay, The answer is if C is closed, if switch is closed, then what about the circuit? Okay, and what about current in each branch? Okay, make it.